So in this course we'll be studying about the production of bioethanol process and the prospects and the future strategies that could be used for production of bioethanol. So the question arises, what exactly is the need of bioethanol? So if we go in that, then if there is rise in energy demand because of industrial revolution, then urbanization and population explosion. So whatever we are using are the current sources of energy. They are from fossil fuels, primarily coal, petroleum, and with the use of fossil fuels, the associated problems are like greenhouse gas emission, GHG emission, climate change, and then depletion of fossil fuels is also occurring at a faster rate. So for this, we are now coming up to renewable energy resources like solar, wind, water, and biomass energy. They are being looked as alternative fuels, and among them, lignocellulosic biomass which can be converted to sugars and can be utilized for production of bioethanol particularly. And lignocellulosic biomass comprises of cellulose, hemicelluloses, and lignin, agricultural residues, forestry wastes, and dedicated energy crops that can be used. Then lignocellulosic biomass conversion to bioethanol requires many steps like pretreatment, enzymatic hydrolysis, and fermentation. Each step is a different process, and people are trying to combine these processes to make the process more economic. However, the processes are costly, such as pretreatment has been used for exposing the biomass structure. Acid, alkaline, steam explosion, all these methods have been used, and there is no standardized method which could work on all biomass. So different biomass have to be treated differently. And then enzymatic hydrolysis, of course, cellulases, xylenases, they are required. These are the enzymes which convert cellulose and hemicellulosic fractions to simple sugars. For fermentation, we use Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is the common yeast. And different methods for fermentation have been used like SHF, separate hydrolysis and fermentation, SSF, simultaneous saccharification and fermentation, and SSCF, simultaneous saccharification and co-fermentation. So the first generation bioethanol, it was produced from sugar and starch materials like sugarcane, sugar beet, and maize. Now this has given rise to food versus fuel debate, which means that since the available land resources for cultivation of crops is limited, so what should be cultivated on the arable land, food or fuel? In a country like ours, such as in India, where there is huge population to feed, we cannot actually divert the food stream towards the fuel stream. So we require food, which is of primary concern. Then second generation bioethanol is produced from lignocellulosic biomass where there is no competition with food and feed, and biomass like agriculture, crop residues, industrial and urban waste, forestry residues, they could be used. Agro residues such as sugarcane bagasse, wheat straw, rice straw, and corn stover are widely used for production, and there is a continuous search for newer biomass. So I would like to reflect I would ask to reflect the students the question of why there is need for alternative fuels. Why not continue using the non-renewable fuels? So that is the reflection question in this presentation. Thank you.